And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On second down, Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! No, check, Patriot!
To throw is Beathard. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on first down. And Miller with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
In motion right, Garcon. They run it again with Williams. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, it's still been able to come away with points. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence. See what happens. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving. Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Newton, room to run past midfield. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone. It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up, here we go! To throw is Beathard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks,
and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Green.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll throw here. Beathard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air. Newton on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Being chased out left. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Niners on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Beathard to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Greg Olsen, nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back, so that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And, boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, yeah, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. That's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The busy night continues for Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Beathard. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And the Panthers coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. The play clock's running down. Here's Newton. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And the D looking like they may blitz. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Newton on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, Newton. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Damian Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go. Leopard!
On play action, they'll throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. On the toss, here's Williams. And some room to roam now. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Niners on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Beathard to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Drew Butler now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. Olsen over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Well, This defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. This is McCaffrey on the give. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey down right around the 25. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Kelvin Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Airing it deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Beathard He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Marty.
Back to throw Beathard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw is Beathard. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Carolina, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.